Hey everybody, I've got some exciting optical illusions to go over with you today. You need to pay very close attention because your eyes are going to be trying to play tricks on your mind. And if you do focus well, you actually might be able to pick up on some of these illusions before I reveal them to you. This is furniture illusions. The reason I love optical illusions so much is because they play such crazy mind tricks on you. Take this chair for example. Looks like your ordinary chair, except when I sit on it, the illusion is broken. And you realize that the camera set up at a perfect angle to make that one illusion work, when in reality, you sit this direction and we've even had to curve the wood and mesh it in a way that again, it's all about perspective from right over there. So, this next illusion, I'm gonna show you how to make a floating, levitating chair. And this is the perfect time to tell you about our sponsor, Ashley Home Store. Thank you for powering the magic in this video. And they have a fun augmented reality app actually that works to preview the furniture. So I'm gonna click this AR button and you can see what it looks like in your home. You can move it around in 3D. But let's move on to the magic. I'm gonna show you how to make this thing float. So this is the chair we're gonna use for the levitation. First, I gotta remove the legs. So now that I've got the legs removed from the chair, I'm gonna set it down in the middle of the room, and now, got a levitating chair. Oh. Actually, it's just a mirror and some boxes, but still a pretty cool illusion. So this next illusion is created by a designer named Vivian Chow. And I absolutely love this piece. I call it the infinity illusion. And you might be wondering what kind of furniture it is. You wanna take a guess? Now, if you guessed a chair, you'd be correct, but it's actually 11 chairs. Get this, each piece comes out from the smallest miniature chair all the way to the last chair, which is the 11th. Now, for this next illusion, we need to lose the light. Oh, sweet. So we're in this darker room to show off this next illusion with the 3 chairs. I want you to try to spot the difference between one of these chairs. One is not like the other. We have the green chair, the blue chair, and the red chair. Got your selection? I'm gonna reveal in 3, 2, 1. So the blue chair, if you watch it very closely, right now it's doing this weird, like trippy following the camera motion wherever it goes. And the reason it's doing that is because it's 3D printed and engineered in a way that it's actually pointing the opposite direction. So the illusion doesn't break apart until you get to see the other side. Trippy, huh? Let's move on to the next illusion. This is one of my favorite illusions. It's called an anamorphic illusion, and while technically it lies flat on the ground, it's one that comes alive when you line up the camera in the right position. This is called the 3-legged bar stool, and it's originally designed by a guy named Josh Carmody out of Melbourne, Australia. It looks like a 3-legged bar stool, right? But when I put my hand through here, it does this weird thing where the reason it puts my hand in front is because it's got a 4th leg right here. It's all about the design from the perfect perspective. Video with this one, and I was pointing out like, it's a little throwback to Vine. So why don't we tell them how many iPhones are really on the table?
There are only 3 iPhones. One over here, this one's an iPhone, and this one's an iPhone.
Which leaves this one over here to be just an image of an iPhone. As you can see, it's not really there. Okay, next illusion.
So speaking of hidden images, my team and I actually did an art illusion in this room. Can you see it?
You can't see it fully from this camera position. We've got to go all the way over here. We've got to travel down for the perfect perspective, and I've got to lift up this laptop. How crazy is that when it comes together? That's so cool. You down for some bowling?
Let's do this.
Okay. So we thought it'd be fun to set up a little art illusion bowling alley in the front yard to see which Zach is better at bowling. And we've got some custom balls here. I've got a dragon on mine, looks like a Chinese dragon.
I have cones on my bowling ball, traffic cone, and an ice cream cone.
Nice. I'll let you do the honors. You pick which alley you want to bowl from.
This one looks a little bit messed up, so I'll go with this one.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. That's not bad.
Oh, wow.
A split, I can work with that.
That's pretty good. But watch this. Hey.
Woo!
How'd that happen?
I did say it was an art illusion bowling alley.
So the question here is, which one of these is not really a fruit?
We'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, so this banana is really a fruit. This tomato is really a fruit, even though that is debatable. And this apple, it is a drawing of a fruit. Did you get it right?
So the question is, which cake would you rather eat? We have a blue cake with lots of candles and a pink cake with a lollipop at the top.
Which one would you have?
I'd probably go for the blue one.
They both look good. So you'd have a piece of paper though, and I would be over here eating a real cake. So the question here is, which mug holds more tea? Is it this first mug, or is it the second mug?
Oh, well, it's definitely this one.
It's so big. And we've got some amazing art. We've got a snake, an owl, and an adorable little bunny on there. And Zach, do you like sugar in your tea?
Yes, please.
Oh, it's so massive.
So we've got some art illusions here, and we want to see if you can find the hidden images. So this first one, I think they know what that is. What do you see first?
I saw the rhino first.
The rhino? That's so funny because I always see the dog. So if they don't see it, it's like from this way, it looks like a rhino with the horn, and then this way, it's a little puppy.
It's a purple.
Today we're talking about water illusions. I'm gonna be showing you about refraction and how to make instant ice. All that and more coming right up. Now, this first trick here is all about refraction. It's actually kind of just science magic, which is really fun for me. So my setup for this trick is gonna be having a little arrow that's taped to the speaker. I'm gonna put that in the distance. Then in the foreground, we're gonna have our glass that I'm gonna fill with water. So notice how the arrow's pointing left here. I'm gonna put the glass in, and I'm going to start filling with water. And watch the arrow, and see how it starts flipping directions right there. Isn't that cool? I can actually adjust this a little more. But if I move the glass, take a look. Whoosh. Crazy. From my limited knowledge of science, the way I understand refraction is that it's actually the way light is passing through an object. You can even see a simple example just with putting a pen in a water. When it's against the glass here, it looks totally fine, but then as I pull it away, it starts to actually distort and look like it's kind of two different pieces chopped up there. So science is pretty crazy, huh? I also want to demonstrate this further by using our favorite emojis. Comment below what your favorite emoji is. So I'm gonna reset this and show you again with the smiley emoji. So I've got the emoji taped up here, and let me throw in the glass without any water. Okay. So when I start pouring, yes, notice how the emoji turns its smile to a frown. But we need to turn that frown upside down, so that's refraction for you. Something that's also really fun to illustrate with refraction is when you have a thick water bottle or plastic, you can actually put a piece of paper with an image on it. Doesn't matter what the image is. When you take it out, you'll notice it's still Wait, what the heck? Dude, that's another cool refraction phenomenon, I suppose. So I guess I'm a brand new pet owner. If you guys want to name him for me, shoot a name idea down in the comments. The one with the most likes, I'll choose that name and I'll announce it in the next video. Do not write Nemo. It's a goldfish, guys. I'm not naming him Nemo or Dory, okay? All right, here we are at the freezer where I've had bottles of water freezing for about 4 hours now. I have to carefully get this back to my desk as well as this ice pack. So this water that I have here is still in a liquid state. I'm gonna actually hit it on my hand or kind of slam it on the table, and you're gonna see it either slowly crystallize or kind of instantly crystallize. Check this out. Look at it from the top, look at it from the top. It's crystallizing right now as we speak. It's moving down. You can see that. It's turning more white as it's crystallizing. And if I were to pour this out, I'll pour it out in a second, it's pretty much gonna be ice crystals. So I guess that's how you make an instant slushy, watery ice. But this actually gets way more fun here if I pull up an ice pack and we're gonna pour another one of these and you'll see it crystallize right in front of your eyes. I have to carefully, hey, who wants a slushie? I think it's blueberry, cherry.
The red one. Ooh, cherry sounds good. That's fine. Actually, you want to try? I want both of these. Okay, cool. I'll take the blue cup.
I should have made more. These are popular. Hey, Josh, you want a slushie?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Bon appetit. Mwah. Are these gluten-free, you think?
Ooh, what is this?
It's a slushie, homemade from Water Magic.
Ooh.
Want the last slushie?
What's this?
It's blueberry slushie, homemade.
Are they real slushies?
Yeah, right. We got one return. We got one return.
I don't know if it's gluten-free.
It's sugar. I think it's gluten-free. It was technically returned, but it hasn't been touched yet. It's a slushie.
Why was it returned?
She's gluten-free. She doesn't know if there's gluten in there.
That
But
makes sense.
it's water and sugar, a lot of sugar.
I feel like this is one big practical joke. But it's pretty good.
Snow cones were a big success. Yeah. Team morale is high. It was overall a good day.
Did I hear snow cone?
How many of you have had a brain freeze before, right? It's terrible. So next time you find yourself in one, here's a little magical tip for you. Ah, brain freeze! Ah! All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.
So today I'm gonna give you a tour of some of the coolest rooms in my studio. But first, let me get my shoe. That's kind of... Now, inside here... Hey babe, which remote is it? It's this one. Oh, grab me your remote! Hold on, what is happening? Oh my gosh! Hey, I found the remote. So this is the most secure room that we have at this. Our last line of security is the empty room illusion. If you tried to steal from this room, you wouldn't be able to. Or would you? You know, they say a magician never reveals his secrets, which is exactly why I keep mine in here. So these are my next video ideas, and while I can't show you that, I can show you this. I'm gonna read your mind today, through the screen. Get ready, 3 mind tricks. We're starting with the first one, and what's really cool is at the end of this video, I'll tell you how you can read your friends' minds too. So the first trick, think of a number between 1 and 10. Got the number? Good. Multiply that number times 2. If you need your phone calculator right now, if you're pulling that out, that's totally fine. Okay, add 8 to that number, plus 8. Now that you're caught up, go ahead and divide by 2. Now, take your current number and subtract the original number that you thought of, the 1 through 10 number. Current number minus 1 through 10 number. Okay, so that leaves you with an alphabet correlation. So, first letter A is number 1. 19 is S. Does that make sense? Good. Go find your number that correlates with a letter, take that letter and think of a country. Any country you can think of that starts with that letter. Good, got it? So go ahead and take the second letter in that country's name and think of an animal that starts with that letter. Got it in your mind? Good, think of the color of that animal. So if I did my mind reading correct, you were thinking of a gray elephant in Denmark. So if I was correct, go ahead and comment below. If you were thinking of something else, let me know what you're thinking of, an eel, an eagle. I won't tell you how the trick works right now. We'll talk about that at the end. Let's jump to our second mind trick. Here's trick number 2, and it requires some fire, so don't do this at home. We've got 6 cards. I need you to pick one of the cards and focus on it. Say it 10 times in a row. You've got your card and you're focusing on it. Now I'm gonna shuffle these up here, but even if you wanna be fun, go ahead and comment what your card was in the comments below. I'm gonna shuffle these, and this is where we're getting fire. You still got your card? Look into my eyes and say what your card was. Okay, I've selected a random card to be burned. So let's go ahead and burn this card while you're saying your card that you picked. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, so while your card is burning here, I'm gonna put the other cards down really quick, and let's see if we burned your card correctly. Your card's missing. What? So don't do that at home at all, please. Your parents will kill me. Do it some other way. This is our third mind reading trick, and it's what your symbol is. Question. Did you end up with the magic bunny ears coming out of the hat symbol? Because if you didn't, you probably did the math wrong. No, you actually did do the math wrong, because I'm gonna explain the trick. This trick works just because it's multiples of 9. You have 9, 18, 27, and if you looked closely on the chart, actually, you could kind of see that they all lined up. It's any of these multiples of 9 here with the magic bunny hats. The math just works. That's why it's an awesome mind trick to play on your friends. Let's go back to the card trick. So your friends are gonna love this card trick because they're gonna be mind blown. They're not gonna know how you did it, and it works with multiple people thinking of different cards because all of them get replaced. Here's how it works. You have a 5 of clubs, 4 of diamonds, king of diamonds. It doesn't matter what cards you put out here, as long as you have the duplicates. The 5 of spades, we had the 8 of clubs and the 8 of spades. We've got the king, the jack, the 2, and the 4. They're just different suits, same number, same color, different suits. As the magician, you want to have your friends focus on their card so hard, that's why I had you repeat it 10 times at least, so you forgot all the other cards that you saw and didn't realize that they got swapped out. Now, I randomly removed one of them. The fun thing you can do is hand out the deck, have your friends pick a card, but they can't look at it. Put it off in your pocket, throw it away, whatever. Make sure they never see that card again, because you're gonna lay out 5 cards, and magically you're gonna say the one that's missing was the card that they picked or that you selected. This mind trick's similar to the last one we did. It was math, and it's almost always gonna work. You have like a 90% chance. You have them think of a number between 1 and 10, you have them multiply it times 2, you have them add 8, you have them divide it by 2, and then you're gonna take their current number and subtract from the original number they thought of, the 1 through 10 number, and then that's gonna correlate to this chart, the alphabet. One letter represents A, random 26 is Z, and everyone is gonna get to 4 based on the math. Now you're gonna have them think of a country with D. So most people think of Denmark. There's also Djibouti, and there's also the Dominican Republic. I apologize if you live in those countries, but most people, just because of their mind, you're forcing them to think so quickly, they don't think of those other options. So now they're stuck with Denmark. You ask them for the second letter of Denmark, which is E, or one way you can also do is say, go to the next letter in the alphabet, it's E. Think of an animal that starts with that letter. Most people think elephants, and if you're going quickly, you just say, what color is that animal? And you say, are you thinking of a gray elephant in Denmark? Most of the time, you're gonna get people who say, what? The second guess you can guess is an eel. They're gonna say it's a green eel, or an eagle, a brown eagle. Today, I'm watching the boys, giving Rachel the day off. And what are we gonna do?
Have you seen my keys?
Oh, Mason's got it.
Oh, can I have those? Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Say bye-bye.
You sure you got this?
Yeah, we're good. What could possibly go wrong?
So close.
Mason, high five! High five!
I didn't get the shot.
Are you kidding me? We should switch to Dude Perfect shots. That took us, what, 30 minutes? We could knock out how many in a day? What? Kiss. Oh, thank you. Oh. Ugh. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that video. Fun production fact, while filming this over the course of a month, these guys went through 52 diapers. Yeah, it was crazy, huh?
Hey Zach, how's it going?
Hey David, good to see you.
Yeah, what's going on?
I wanted to get your feedback on a trick, is that cool?
Of course.
Okay, so I would show the audience an iPad and hit X-ray mode, and that allows you to scan.
Is that a frog?
Yeah, you see it?
Yeah. That's really good, but you know I did that on one of my shows, Zach. I think
That's right.
No, but you should try to do something that's scary because it's through the internet.
Okay.
You know, for example, I would show
Oh, what is that? Oh, that's nasty. David, gross. Is that a spider tarantula?
Yeah, this is Clyde.
Oh, hi, Clyde. Oh. So you just I need to up the fear factor of it?
Yeah, I was thinking something like that.
Okay, well, what if I take this little guy and put him up here?
Whoa, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah? What do you think?
Yeah.
This is Bonnie.
Yeah, that's great.
Or I could make it bigger. Let me, like, I could do something even bigger than that.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I've never seen you do that before. That's crazy. But I still meant like something more shocking. For example, if you rub your hand like this,
Okay.
so you can just make like a fire cup, you know?
Oh, that's neat.
And then,
Whoa. Whoa, David, you're burning down the UI. Hold on. Let me get
Sorry.
this. I think there's here's a fire extinguisher. Oh, hey, you got it. You got it. And cut. I think you got it on that one. That's a wrap.
Cut! Who forgot to pay the apple? This is a black and white film, people! And Charlie, keep it down, it's a silent picture.
Don't let these illusions trick your eyes. This is color illusions. Okay, so I've got two adorable penguins right here. One is gray and white and the other is inverted color. But I'm gonna throw a little iceberg in the scene. Now, I want you to take a look at their bellies and tell me which color of their belly appears darker. You'd actually be surprised to find that they're exactly the same, both their bellies. And let me prove it by showing you in a viewfinder. They're both exactly the same color gray. And this is because your brain is accounting for the same color under different lighting circumstances. Now, let's move on to a more colorful illusion. So for this next one, I want to take this picture right here and create a giant magical mural on the wall behind me. And we're going to be doing that by using the vibrant colors of the Pixma printer by Canon, and they're our sponsor of today's video. And I've got a little trick in order to help speed up production. All right, buddy, get to work. And I'm going to have the help of two of my teammates here. So let's get Kijan and Nate. Let's get to work. Okay, that was way more work than I thought it'd be, but the mural turned out awesome, huh? We've got two seagulls that you can see here. We have a purple seagull and we have an orange seagull. But what if I told you they're exactly the same color? What if I also told you there was a third seagull hidden in this mural? It's right here in the center, smack dab. So if I move this up, it appears to match this seagull color here of orange. If I move it down the mural, it looks like it's changing colors to purple, but that's actually because on this seagull, we've got orange and little gradient of purple, and so it changes the color appearance of it based on the background that it's against. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, flying out of this illusion into the next. All right, so we've got three flavors of donuts in front of me. I've got white vanilla, got pink strawberry, and brown chocolate. But you might have already caught on that these flavors may not be as they seem. We've got the white vanilla, which is actually maple. Now let's reveal brown chocolate. This is actually a maple donut as well. But this third donut is really a surprise. The pink strawberry is actually, oh, that's also maple. Would you look at that? So we've got three of the same donuts, and this illusion is created by mostly this foreground object, which is one color, while the background object is also making an influence. What's also interesting about color is it can alter your mind's perception of the taste. So, pink strawberry? I really shouldn't, but I'm going to. So for this next illusion, I've got a regular stoplight, and this is gonna demonstrate how important color is to be seen in context. So I've got a green, blue, and a red overlay, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at all the stoplight colors and tell me if you see any gray lights. Count them up, comment below how many you're guessing, and now I'm gonna reveal. So you can see the three gray stoplights there, but what's also fascinating is the light that's supposed to be yellow is actually green. this light is supposed to be red and it's actually purple. This one is supposed to be yellow, but it's orange. So it's pretty crazy how your mind uses the context for it to see the color. And if I pull up the color wheel here, blue is a complementary color to yellow. So your mind naturally fills in this gray colorless piece to be yellow. I want to show you for our next illusion a really sweet negative color trick. So let me invert this. The interesting thing about your vision is when you stare at an image long enough, you start to see what's called an after image, and it's kind of like a ghostly image of the one that you're staring at. And so what I want you to do for this next illusion, for you to experience that, is stare at the center dot. And you're gonna stare at the center dot for about 15 seconds. You're gonna wanna make sure your video is in full screen for this part. So stare at this marker in the center of the image and try not to blink. Okay, so you're staring, don't get distracted, and I'm gonna count down. I'm gonna count down from 5, and when I get to 1, I'm gonna snap and the image is gonna change. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes on the center dot, but have the colors in the image become more normal. Try moving your eyes around and you'll notice that the colors that you think you're seeing are actually not there. In fact, if you look around, everything is in grayscale. It's pretty wild how your brain can play such crazy mind tricks on you when in fact reality is much different. For this next illusion, I'm gonna go to the computer because I'm gonna show you a little animation. First, let me turn it to color. So I want you to stare at the middle blue duck and don't look away from that middle duck. So at first you'll notice a gap moving along the arrangement of ducks. But right about now, you should be seeing a yellow duck start coming into view. Even though it's not there, your mind's filling in the blanks. And it becomes so vibrant that you can just reach out and grab it. Oh, rubber ducky. Now, for this next illusion, we have to go into a world with just one color. Wow, so I am in a monochromatic room right now, which is really trippy because I actually look completely desaturated because of this special light, which is only emitting one wavelength, amber. And so it allows you to do some fun things when you take a regular flashlight and introduce light back into the room. For me, I can only see these as various grays or on the gray scale, but when I introduce light, you can see there really is color there on the shelf. So my next question is, what color is this painting to you? To me, I see a very dark gray, but when I shine a light, reveals it's actually blue and we have the red logo. You can do some other fun painting tricks like this one. It just looks like a little tree scene with a cute little butterfly. But actually, with light, you see that's a chameleon about to eat the butterfly and a little friend butterfly there. My great-grandfather passed on a painting portrait from the Western days, and it was a...
Good heavenly day, son! Put that light out!
Well, this has been the monochromatic room. I'm gonna go to another illusion now. So the really cool trick about colors is if you stare at them long enough, they can actually pull a trick on your eyes. Like this illusion here, if you're gonna stare at this center star, and by the way, this works better on a desktop or a larger tablet if you have one, but stare at this star and you may start noticing the word dream and the colors start to fade away. But comment below if that worked for you. So I've got one more final illusion for you right over here, and this is a little seizure alert. If you are prone to seizures, do not watch this next part because it's gonna be a little animation that's flashy. But here is the next illusion, follow the directions. So I want you to stare at this animation of the Z logo. Don't look away, okay, keep staring. Now in just a few seconds, I'm gonna cut to another image and you should see some crazy warping happening. Okay, so what's up everybody? I've got some Lego illusions today that I'm really excited to show you. You guys are rolling.
Sorry.
Lego illusions are fantastic, so I've got a bunch. Guys, we're rolling. Jaden, seriously? That's the studio for you. Me and Clark here at the studio took about a day to make these Lego illusions for you, and we're very excited to show you. So we've got them set up right around the corner. I want to show you this first one, which is a chair illusion. So this first one is fun. This is a classic illusion, which you may have seen before, but not in Lego format. There's our little minifig just chilling, sitting on a chair, you know, normal day, except, oh wait, he's really big, and this chair up here is really tiny and actually distorted. These are some of my favorite illusions because they're about lining it up just right, tricking your eye into seeing something that you're used to seeing, but in this case, we've played a trick with you when we reveal, and I just love that, it's so fun. So this is the Lego hero, and this is his little seat that we had him sitting on here. So he's also a flashlight. If there's ever an emergency at the studio, I'm running to grab this first. Let's move on to the next illusion. I saw this Lego illusion actually built overpriced, so luckily I've got a little magic up my sleeve. No, just kidding, I actually have to buy them too. Also, did you know Legos are about 10 cents a piece on average? So, even little baby ones. This is another take on a classic illusion that's well known, and we Legofied it here. So it starts with no, and then if you turn it around this way, it turns into yes. And you tell me if you think these really line up. I feel like the no is a little wonky, but that's kind of the best I could do. I like to do just okay work around here. I don't know, you tell me down below in the comments if you think that works. For this next illusion, we actually need to go outside for some better light. All right, let's see if we can figure out the angle on this one. So this is an impossible triangle that you have to line up just perfectly to get it right. You have to have good lighting for it, and it works quite well. I think it does better in a photo, probably. Now, on first glance, this shelf looks totally normal, besides it being, a little bit dusty. But watch what it can do. If I put my arm in here, it makes it look all bent and impossible, but you can actually tell that it's the shelf that's bent to make that illusion possible. Now, I gotta get going. Hold up. I need to get ready. This. Now, my favorite part of the day is actually having dinner with my wife here.
Wow, this looks so good.
Looks great. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, man. I'm not always a fan of forced perspective.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is a big fork. Transition to the next location. All right, so we've got a cute little reading nook here, and while I catch up on the news, I want you to check out this coffee table and see if you can figure out what's going on. Oh, they finally caught him? Nice. All right, so I've given you a hot second there. Can you tell what's going on with this coffee table? We're gonna move the camera so you can see exactly what's going on. As you see, we had to cut out a few pieces of the wood to have it match that perfect perspective from that angle. Speaking of perspective, I'm actually sitting on a chair that requires it. This illusion is a lenticular design chair, so if the camera moves around, you can see that it's nighttime there, but actually daytime over here. We call it our day for night chair. Now, since I was just showing you a coffee table, I've got another one I want you to see. So I've got a really regular looking coffee table in front of me, but actually it does hold a little surprise. Check this out. The question here for you is how many people can sit in this seat? You might say one. You wouldn't be wrong, but actually, watch this. Hidden behind the design of that chair is an entire bench where you can seat a few more people, but I love that it's hidden around perspective. Now, speaking of perspective, I actually gotta show you something else.